Welcome to Currents. I'm Kim Baer, the Events and Promotions Coordinator at Community Main Street, and today we're here to talk about ARTapalooza, an annual event held in downtown Cedar Falls. I'd like to introduce you to the panel today. Nina Hamer is the ARTapalooza Committee Chair, Don Wilson, the owner of Cup of Joe, and Jim Kearns, who is an artist being featured in this year's show. Welcome, everyone.
Thanks.
Welcome. Thank you.
So Nina, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
When and where is ARTapalooza going to be held this year?
ARTapalooza is going to be held downtown on Main Street. We block off the 1st through the 4th block and all through downtown on Saturday, September 8th.
All right. And what time is it?
Starts at 9 a.m. and wraps up around 4.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Yes. And what year is this for ARTapalooza?
This is year 13.
Wow, lucky 13.
Yeah.
Okay, Don, so ARTapalooza is celebrating its 13th year. What makes this event so special year after year?
Well, as one of the first designated arts and cultural districts in the state of Iowa, downtown Cedar Falls has a history of embracing the arts. The committee that plans the event is the committee that plans the committee that plans the event is true to its mission, which is to be an outdoor festival of the arts.
And it is. And that our designation for the Cultural and Arts District was just renewed, so that's kind of exciting too.
Very exciting.
And Nina, what can the public expect when attending ARTapalooza?
Well, it's just a great day. You can walk up and down the street. It is a juried art show, so the artists kind of vary from year to year, but we definitely have some that return each year. There's entertainment, live music in the 100 block and then also in the 400 block. So you'll hear music up and down the street. Lots of art activities, lots and lots of kids activities, and art demonstrations.
Cool, very neat. Speaking of artists who return year after year, Mr. Kearns, what does an artist need to do to participate in ARTapalooza?
Well, okay, so the criteria for participating is you go through a jurying process, and even though we've been 50 years, in the art festival circuits, we still send our slides like everybody else, and there's a team that looks at these slides and determines, based upon quality and whatnot, who will participate. Then there's some fees to also that you provide.
Yes. So you go through the application process, the jury process, and then they let you know that you've been. Yeah,
this is all done, of course, by electronically now, by email, which is really nice. It used to be you'd send 35 millimeter slides in. It was a U.S. mail back and forth, and so now it's a lot quicker and easier, which I greatly appreciate.
Yes, as do we. It does make things easier. So, Nina, how important is the jury process, do you believe, to the show?
I think it's very important because we do have a blind jury every year. It keeps the balance and types of art. It keeps new and returning artists. I mean, the quality of the art and the variety is always there because of the jury process.
I agree. So how many artists will be in the show this year?
This year, I believe we're at 41 artists, and they vary in type from ceramics, obviously, painters, metal, glass, fiber, photography, and mixed media, which is kind of an exciting one for this year. Or at least I'm excited about that one.
Yes, for all the shopping that you'll get to do.
Yeah.
Don, what would you say as a merchant is the best part for downtown hosting events like this?
I think the best part for a merchant is to see everybody enjoying the downtown and all that it has to offer, from the artists to the musicians to the restaurants to the boutiques to everything. Just letting everyone enjoy what we see every day in downtown Cedar Falls.
Nice, thank you. So Jim, Nina touched a little bit on the artist mediums that are accepted into the show. What do you think is the best part of that? As an artist, would you rather see everybody be ceramics, or what's that to you as an artist, the variety?
No, in my opinion, the best shows are an eclectic mix of multiple types of art. I think I mentioned last year, we've seen a lot of art over the years, and I continue to be surprised when I walk through a festival like the ARTapalooza and see something new, something unusual, somebody's printmaking that's adopted a new skill, or maybe some interactive printmaking going on. Some of the emerging artists, this show is accessible, and so you see people that might be their first, second, or third show, and that's really fun.
Yeah, I would say we see just through the application process too, it's fun to see the new ones and the ones that have been here for years, and yes, we appreciate everyone coming back. So Nina, can you tell us a little bit more about the breakdown? Do we have new, old? What does the artists look like?
Well, we have quite a few, and I believe they're going to show a list on the screen, but we have, I don't have that list.
10. There's 10 new ones, I think, this
Right.
year for the 41. So that's kind of
Correct.
it seems like a lot of new faces will be in the show.
So
that'll
about a
be great.
fourth.
Yeah, so it should be good. Dawn, what are some of the things the committee does well, do you think, to welcome the artists to the show?
Well, I think the hospitality committee is amazing because they make sure that they're there. There's a block captain for each block, and they make sure that they're there for the artist. So if the artist needs a break, they also provide, we'll be providing some breakfast for the artists this year, which I'm really excited.
We are too.
And yes, and so there's so many other ones, other parts of it that just make it great for the artists and so welcoming for them to come in and just enjoy the day.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. Jim, how important is it for the continued success of the show to provide artists with that good experience that Dawn mentioned?
Well, definitely as an artist, there are some shows that are much more friendly and welcoming than others. So that support is really essential. If you happen to have severe weather possibilities that day, having somebody watching the radar to let you know that you can collapse stuff, safety is being #1 concern always.
Sure.
The volunteers that show up are just great. They'll bring you water on a hot day. You see them frequently, and they give you a little bag of this trail mix in the afternoon, and you try to talk them into a second one.
They don't give it to you, just one bag.
they might not. But it's that welcoming nature provides a lot of the joy that goes in. I mean, these things are hard work for the artists for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
So having every thing done to help anticipate those needs really is appreciated.
Awesome. Good to hear. We are going to take a short break, but before we do, Nina, what drew you to become a part of this committee?
Well, I grew up in Cedar Falls, and I believe that if you want to live in a great community, you have to use your talents to make it great. This was just one way. I've always loved the event, and so I kind of started asking questions, and I got involved, and look where I am now.
Well, thank you.
Yes,
Yes,
thank you
It's
for
been
doing
fun.
that. Yes, thank you. So thanks to our panel, and we will be welcoming a new person to the panel, and we thank Dawn for joining us this morning as well.
Thank you for having me.
It's time to think pink and register for the 12th annual Pink Ribbon Run. Come alone or bring your friends to show your support for breast cancer survivors in our community. Join us Saturday, October 6th for the Pink Ribbon Run 5K through the beautiful Cedar Falls downtown district. Register at beyondpinkteam.org or call 319-277-0213. All funds raised benefit the local Beyond Pink team and people living with breast cancer. It's a great cause and a great race. See you there.
Welcome back. Today we are talking about ARTapalooza, an outdoor festival of the arts held from 9 to 4 on September 8th in the Cedar Falls downtown district. One of the unique things about ARTapalooza is the ability for community members to engage in art-related activities and demonstrations. We introduced you to Jim and Nina at the beginning of the show, and we'd like to add Angie Hickok to the show, who is the education coordinator at the Hearst Center for the Arts. So welcome, Angie.
Thank you.
And Jim, we're going to talk to you some more. We would like to learn more about why you keep coming back to ARTapalooza.
Well, okay, so we've been in this arts festivals for many years, 5 decades. And the ARTapalooza, the criteria we have for art shows, one is it has to be something that's a lot of fun and success. The joy that we see at ARTapalooza is really great. The reunion nature of it, as we were talking earlier, we always see people that I went to UNI with, that Santha went to UNI with, sometimes relatives we haven't seen for a while. We're there, they know we're going to be there, so they stop. We also sell pottery. So
That's a perk.
it's a nice venue, and our work is generally pretty well received, and that's also rewarding. That interaction that an artist has with a customer, with a patron, is a very rewarding part of that artistic process. Making art is kind of a lonely process. You spend a lot of time honing your craft, learning your skills, glazing, firing, all of that stuff is pretty much done in isolation. So these kind of events are much better than gallery situations or Etsy or something like that. So that one-on-one interaction with customers is really terrific for me. So it's a multiple answer.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a great perspective too, because you don't always think about that part of it, the reunion aspect of it. So we look forward to see the artists every year that keep coming back. So I appreciate that. Do you feel like ARTapalooza is one of those shows that helped you gain a following, certainly in this area?
Well, yeah, 13 years. We were pretty well established earlier. Certainly it's helped with some others that we know that they look for them at ARTapalooza now every year, and there are people that come and look for us. So it's definitely helped. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Great, thank you. Angie, is ARTapalooza a judge show? Is there awards to be received?
Yes. Judges, they walk the show the day of.
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes, right away.
Yes. And they determine the 2 best of show, and then at 11 o'clock, they will award the winners.
Cool, very cool. All right. Nina.
Yes.
So this year, not only are you the chair, but you've done a bunch of work on the entertainment aspect of it.
Okay.
So can you tell us a little bit about the entertainment? It's changed a bunch this year, so I'm excited.
Yep, we've tried to incorporate some new things, but we do have returning favorites like the jazz band, the Cedar Falls High School Band, and the Suzuki School of Music. I reached out to the Cedar Valley Guitar Association, and we have a lot of up-and-coming talent that'll be down by Cup of Joe, rotating throughout the day, more artists than we've had in the past. I also know certain people, those people under 4 foot tall, very excited about the Cedar Falls Public Library Puppet Show.
Why wouldn't you be excited about a puppet show?
I mean, puppets are exciting. And apparently the library is also going to have we're going to have some different people, library and others, that plan to walk up and down the street providing entertainment throughout the day.
Awesome, that's very exciting. So with the entertainment, there's always been a great presence of kids' activities throughout the day for ARTapalooza. So Angie, can you tell us a little bit about what is planned for the kids?
Yeah, sure. The Waterloo Cedar Falls Symphony, they're going to be having their instrument petting zoo. The Hearst Center for the Arts, we're usually there, and we do art activities. Hatchling and Hens and World's Window, they're going to have tables out with children's activities. And then also, remember, Cedar Valley Art and Wine, they're there, and you can go paint a canvas and sip some wine.
Awesome. Will the youth art team be around this year again, too? They did a fun portrait thing last year.
We've reached out to them. We're planning on it.
Sounds good. I have a great portrait from last year, so that was really fun. Nina, we talked a little bit about the hospitality committee provides the artists, but what are some things the public can expect to see when they come to the show?
Well, in addition to everything we've got going on the street, all of the stores are open as well as all of the restaurants. I mean, it's like a typical Saturday. There are so many things to do downtown. You can always find something new.
Yeah, awesome, good. And then Jim, as an artist, what is your personal favorite part of ARTapalooza? I feel like you've touched on several things, but I want you to nail down one favorite.
The one favorite thing that I have about ARTapalooza is the interaction with the public. You get such a cross-section, socioeconomic groups coming down. It's very healthy for a community to have those kind of free access. You get a beautiful day, which I'm hoping for.
Yes, we are too.
Then that is just such a rewarding. I mean, there's a lot of divisiveness in our society. It seems like it's getting worse, and this is one of those events that really helps people as a community. It's the glue that holds the community together, and it demonstrates the success of a wonderful downtown.
Absolutely, yes, I would agree completely. Nina, we've discussed a full day of activities and kids things and artists and so much going on. Who makes all of this possible?
Well, we have our great sponsor in U.S. Bank, and also some of the downtown merchants have sponsored as well. I'm very excited to say that the food that will be provided this year to the artists will all be downtown food, which makes it just makes it feel better. We also have a great committee and amazing volunteers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, it's all about teamwork, isn't it? It's a community. Angie, where can viewers find more information about this great day?
Yeah, you can go to communitymainstreet.org or you can go to Cedar Falls Downtown District on Facebook.
Yes. So, well, you'll start to see more and more things on social media about it. So our time is about up. So in closing, I encourage everyone watching to come join us for the 13th annual ARTapalooza on September 8th from 9 to 4 in the Cedar Falls Downtown District. Bring your friends and your family and enjoy this wonderful outdoor festival of the arts.